Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing this Monday morning? I hope you all had an amazing weekend. It does look a bit dark. I mean, the weather is not the best today. We have rain, it's really dull and drizzly outside, but when I turned the light on, the colour went really orangey, so hopefully you can see me okay. So as per my video on Friday, this week I am starting my video blog series. So this is week 1, and today I'm going to be talking about what to expect when you book a consultation call with Carolyn Louise Weddings, i.e. me, because I'm the only one that works in the business. So I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds for people to join, if anyone's going to join. So I hope you all had an amazing weekend. I have a tad little confession to make. I have started watching, the last few days I started watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I know it's been running for years and I've never watched it before, but I caught a couple of episodes. And luckily it's the most recent series, so I don't have loads of series to catch up on, and I'm not going to do that because I just don't have enough hours in my day. But yeah, I started watching that and I feel like I might be a little bit addicted. But yesterday I watched the one where Denise Richards got married, and she got married in like 2 days. She planned it all in 2 days, which is just unbelievable. And then one of the characters was talking about when she got married, her wedding planner was based in London. So of course I then started Googling who her wedding planner was, and I did find out. So there we go. If you are watching this and you live in Beverly Hills and you want a wedding planner, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Right, let's get back to the subjects that we're going to be talking about today. So, why I've decided to start with this topic? Well, we are getting into the run-up to wedding inquiry season. So, wedding season is more or less over now. Obviously there are still weddings later in the year, but the summer is the busiest time for weddings. And then probably from about September to March, April next year, that's our biggest time for inquiries. So, you get people that got engaged over the summer, you then get people that get engaged over Christmas, New Year, and then obviously Valentine's Day next year. So I wanted to talk about what happens in a consultation call, because the majority of inquiries I receive are people asking for quotes on my services. So if you're looking for on-the-day coordination and you just want a little bit of help in the run-up to the wedding day with logistics, putting together timelines, the schedule, finalising arrangements with suppliers, then my final week's coordination package is probably the package for you, which is the only package that I can put a price on how much that's going to cost, and that cost is on my website as well. With my other packages, so with full wedding planning, with partial planning, it's harder to quote unless I actually speak to you. So, I couldn't just put an overall price or give you an overall price without understanding a little bit more about what level of planning you require, how many guests you're going to have. Is it going to be a massive wedding with like 200-300 guests, or is it a small intimate wedding? Where is it going to be? Is it going to be a full kind of weekend wedding, or is it just going to be one day? I need to know all these things before I can really give you a quote. So that is why I say to people, I need to have a chat with you first before I can give you a quote. So if you live locally to me, then I can meet with you face to face rather than have a Skype call or telephone call. So face to face is great because you actually get to meet. That doesn't actually happen very often because most of my clients are a bit further afield, or obviously if you're busy, you're too busy to meet face to face, or it's hard to get a date in the diary, then obviously then we can either go down the Skype route, which is my preferred option because we can actually see each other, or telephone call if needed. So as well as obviously finding out a bit more detail about the wedding, it's also good because I can get to find out a bit more about you and your fiance. So, you know, understanding what you enjoy doing as a couple, what hobbies do you have, what do you like doing in your spare time, even from understanding what jobs that you have. You know, that all helps me understand why you're looking for a wedding planner. You know, you may work shifts, you might not have much time together. You know, you may be like ships passing in the night, and then that time you do have together, you don't want to be spending all that time wedding planning. So you can pass some of that on to me, or all of it if you go for the full wedding planning option. So just finding out what's important to you, you know, understanding what you enjoy doing, a bit more about your personality, your style, what kind of people you are. Do you love bright colours? Do you want your wedding to be fun? Do you want it to be a bit more chilled out? Do you want food to be an important part of your day? You know, just understanding a bit more about you and what you enjoy will help me understand what kind of wedding you want, what kind of vibe and feeling that you want your day to have. So that's also important for me to make sure, you know, that I can produce the wedding that you want and I'm the right wedding planner for you based on my style as well. So also, like I said, I need to know more detail about your wedding and your plans. Sometimes people don't even give me a date, so you know that's important to make sure I'm not already booked for a start. Make sure I'm free on the day, and like I said, there's different levels of planning. So some people say, oh, they just want a little bit of help with their planning, but they may have just booked a venue and want me to deal with everything else, which is more or less full planning. Or they may have booked their venue, they may have booked a few of their suppliers, and you know, just have a few more left to book, you know, the finer details rather than the bigger suppliers, you know. So it's completely, the proposals that I send out to my clients are completely bespoke. So I need to know whether you've booked them already or whether you've just have an idea in your mind. So you may think, yeah, we're getting married here, but have you actually contacted them? Have you actually signed a deposit, signed a contract, and have you actually paid your deposit with them as well? Because if you haven't and then that's still to do, then that obviously is more work for me as well, and I can include that in the proposal. So partial planning is always harder to quote for because obviously because I'm a wedding planner and I'm organised and I like to get things done, there can be times I'm like, have you booked this yet? Have you booked that? So it's just really important to determine exactly what suppliers I'll be researching, sourcing quotes for, booking for you, and what you've already done and what you have already got booked. So just that level of planning it's important. It's just easier to have that conversation and we can work it all out rather than trying to do it back and forth by email. So one of the most important things, so the last point is just making sure we're a good match. So, you know, planning your wedding is one of the most special days of your life. You need to know that you like me, you can get on with me. If from the consultation call you think, and I won't be offended, oh my God, I can't work with her, no, I don't want her planning my wedding, then hopefully you wouldn't think that, but you could do, and you don't want someone who annoys you planning your wedding. So, because you have to work quite closely with them, obviously. And if my style doesn't match your style, or there's not that synergy there, then we're probably not the best match. And, you know, you can't get that from emails. So that's why, again, I always request that we have a consultation call. So it's nothing to be scared or anxious about, and you don't need to worry even if you don't know all the answers yet about your wedding. You know, it may be right at the start and you may look to me for advice and guidance on what type of wedding that you want. But for me to be able to do that, I need to know what type of person you are, or people you are, who you are individually, who you are as a couple, your personalities, what you enjoy. Like I said, what's important to you, what are your non-negotiables, and what kind of day, how you visualise your day. And I always, you know, if clients or potential clients have started a Pinterest board, some may not want to admit they probably started it long before they were even engaged. If you can share that with me, then that is like a pot of gold, because you know, I can then instantly see visually what your vision is for your day and what kind of style that you like and things that you're attracted to. So that is really why I request a consultation call. So if you do send me an inquiry through my website, via Instagram, Facebook, or give me a call, I will always suggest that we book in time. They generally last between half an hour to an hour. So we need to book in that time so we can actually have that conversation and I can get all the information that I need from you. Then what happens after that consultation call, it's completely non-obligatory. So, you know, just because you have a call with me doesn't mean that you've booked me. Following that call, I will put together a bespoke proposal for you. I will email it to you, and then I will let you have a look at it and make your own decision. So as well, the consultation call is also a way for me to advise you on what package or what service you require from me, also in relation to your budget. So, you know, if you haven't got the budget to pay for a full wedding plan, I won't even include that in my proposal, because I know instantly that's not what you're looking for. So I'll give you options. I'll always give you options, either probably with 2 of my packages. I will follow up usually within a week if I haven't heard from you, just to make sure that you've received the proposal. Obviously, I know you're busy and you may not have had time, so I don't want to obviously pressure you into making a decision. I'll always recommend that people speak to a couple of wedding planners. Like I said, you need to make sure you got the best wedding planner for you. So you need to like them, you need to get on with them, and you need to be confident that they can do the job for you. So, you know, if following that proposal, if you then have questions, you know, you can come back to me and say, actually, can we have another call? I just want to discuss what you've included in the proposal a little bit more. You may want to have a look at my portfolio on my website, my testimonials, all those types of things before you make your final decision. Once you've made a decision, if you want to go ahead following the proposal that I've sent, Obviously the next steps, just to let you know, would be to let me know which one you want to go ahead with. And then I will send you my contract, service summary and an invoice for the deposit, which is 20% of the package that you've decided to go ahead with. And the deposit obviously secures the booking and makes sure I don't book anyone else on your wedding date, so it secures your wedding date as well. So I hope I've covered everything. I do feel like I've just been talking non-stop for the last however long I've been on here. I don't even know. So let me just check I have covered everything. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, so just don't be afraid. I think sometimes I just feel that, you know, when you request a call with someone, it sometimes puts people off. And, you know, I want to give the best service I can to my clients. And I want to make sure you book the right person. So, and that I recommend the best service that you require and to meet your needs. So, you know, a call is the best way to do that. So if you've got any questions following this video, please leave a comment below, or if you're on Instagram, you can send me a message. I will put the link to, because I have this written as a blog as well on my website, so I'll include the link to that below. So if you can't, for some reason, watch this video and you do want to find out a bit more about what happens on a consultation call, then you can have a little read. So yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. Nearly lunchtime, nearly time for food. I hope the weather gets a little bit better because this rain is just horrendous. So I'll speak to you all next week. I'll let you know what topic I'll be talking about. I may not come on the same time every week, just because depending on my diary and what meetings and appointments I've got. But I will let you know when I'll be popping on live next week. So I'll see you all again soon, and I'll try not to watch too much The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yes, I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye.